Somewhere in the remote waters of the southeastern Pacific Ocean, over 2,000 miles from the nearest continent, lies a tiny island shrouded in mystery. Its name, Easter Island. To the people who call it home, it's known as Rapa Nui. And for centuries, this isolated island has baffled explorers, scientists and historians. Who built the towering stone statues? Why were they made? And how did an ancient civilization so far from the rest of the world achieve such remarkable feats? Even today, we're still uncovering new secrets, including discoveries that challenge everything we thought we knew. This isn't just another story about ancient ruins. It's a journey into lost knowledge, hidden symbols, and a place that might still be hiding answers beneath the surface. If you enjoy this journey into ancient mysteries, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and let us know what secret of Easter Island fascinated you most. Let's explore what's really hiding on mysterious Easter Island. When people think of Easter Island, they picture one thing: the Moai. Massive stone heads, sometimes with full torsos lined up across the landscape. Silent, stoic, watching. But what you might not realize is, those heads? They're not just heads. Many are full-body statues buried by time and soil. Some Moai stand over 30 feet tall and weigh more than 80 tons, and there are nearly 1,000 of them across the island. They were carved between 1250 and 1500 by the Rapa Nui people, but no one is completely sure how. The island had no large animals, no wheels, no metal tools. So how did they move these stone giants? That question has haunted researchers for generations. Some theories suggest sleds, ropes, and manpower. Others claim they were walked into place using a clever system of rocking them forward. And still others suggest something even more mysterious, knowledge or techniques that have since been lost to time. Whatever the method, it worked, because somehow these people transformed a remote island into a living monument. But recently, we've discovered they may have done even more than we realized. In 2023, something incredible happened. A Moai statue was found, in a place no one expected, inside a dried-up lakebed at the Rongorongo volcanic crater, a location long thought to be completely explored. The lake had dried during a drought, exposing new ground, and there, hidden beneath the surface, was a Moai no one knew about. This was a game-changer, because if one Moai was hiding there, how many more could still be buried? It raised serious questions. Were there Moai under other lakes? Could more statues be buried beneath soil, lava, or vegetation? This discovery reminded us of something important. Easter Island isn't done speaking. We've only uncovered part of its story, and the ground beneath our feet might be holding the rest. Near many Moai sites, archaeologists have discovered pits filled with red pigment made from crushed volcanic rock. This pigment was likely used in ceremonies, perhaps painted onto the Moai or onto people during rituals. The color red in Rapa Nui culture symbolized sacredness, power, and the supernatural. And this tells us something crucial. These statues weren't just art, they were living parts of a spiritual system, guardians of the land, embodiments of ancestors. And when the statues were carved, transported and raised, it wasn't just engineering, it was ceremony, it was faith. And it may have involved knowledge, spiritual or astronomical, that we no longer understand. Easter Island doesn't just have statues, it has writing. It's called Rongorongo, a system of glyphs carved into wooden tablets, believed to be a form of proto-writing or symbolic script. But here's the catch. We haven't been able to decipher it. No one living speaks it. No one left behind a translation. And some scholars debate whether it's even a full language at all. But recent carbon dating shows that at least one Rongorongo tablet existed before European contact, meaning this wasn't something introduced by outsiders, it was developed by the Rapa Nui themselves. If Rongorongo can be decoded, it could unlock everything. How they built the Moai, why they stopped what they believed, It could rewrite the entire history of Easter Island, but for now, the symbols remain silent.
The truth is, I'm not really sure what happened.
For years, the story went like this. The Rapa Nui people built too many statues. They cut down all the trees. They ruined their ecosystem. Their society collapsed before Europeans arrived. This idea was popularized in books and documentaries. It became known as the ecocide theory, that Easter Island was a warning about environmental destruction. But more recent research paints a different picture. New findings show that many trees were likely destroyed by invasive rats, not just people. And archaeological evidence suggests the population declined more after European arrival, not before. So maybe the Rapa Nui didn't collapse. Maybe they adapted, changed, survived. The collapse narrative might have been a myth, one that made Easter Island a cautionary tale. But now, it looks more like a story of resilience. Here's where things get even stranger. Genetic studies published in 2024 revealed that the Rapa Nui people share DNA with indigenous South American populations, specifically from coastal Chile and Peru. And this contact appears to have happened before the arrival of Europeans. That's right. The people of Easter Island may have made contact with the South American mainland across thousands of miles of open ocean. It confirms what Polynesian oral history has said all along, that these people were not isolated castaways. They were navigators, explorers, people who understood the sea better than we ever imagined. If they reached South America, what else were they capable of? What other knowledge did they carry? And what parts of that knowledge might still be hidden on the island today? Back to the statues. One thing we've learned in recent years is that many Moai are partially buried. Some of the most famous heads on the island are actually full bodies, with torsos, arms, even carvings and inscriptions on their backs. We didn't see them before because centuries of erosion and sediment buried them. And as more of these statues are excavated, new clues emerge. Some are surrounded by ceremonial platforms. Others are aligned with celestial events, like solstices and equinoxes. Some even have tools or burial goods nearby, suggesting they played a role in death and remembrance. The more we dig, literally, the more we realize that the Moai weren't just placed at random. They were part of a sacred map, one that connected land, ancestors, and stars. Speaking of stars, Easter Island may have been more than a spiritual site. It might have been an ancient observatory. Sites like Ahu Akivi, where 7 Moai face the ocean, are aligned with equinoxes and solstices. When the sun sets behind the statues on the spring equinox, it marks a transition in the Rapa Nui calendar. Other sites line up with lunar events. This suggests a deep understanding of astronomy and a possible connection between the cosmos and daily life. Perhaps the Moai weren't just watchers of the land, maybe they were watching the sky. There's a site on Easter Island called Pu'ohero. It's a carved stone with holes, a kind of ancient trumpet. When blown, it produces a deep, eerie tone. Legend says the sound was used to summon sea creatures or call upon the god Hero, a powerful figure in Rapa Nui mythology. It shows that sound, not just sight, played a role in spiritual life. Imagine standing at a ceremony surrounded by Moai as the haunting call of the Pu'ohero echoes through the volcanic cliffs. It would have felt like a message to the gods, or maybe a message from the ancestors. Every year, erosion uncovers new pieces of the island's past. Tools, bones, foundations, carvings, even the soil holds secrets, pollen grains, seeds, pigments, and fragments of daily life. And with each new discovery, we're reminded of a simple truth. Easter Island is not done revealing itself. There may be hundreds of Moai still buried. There may be tombs, tablets, or entire ceremonial sites lost beneath vegetation. And there may be legends passed down in oral tradition that contain clues we've yet to understand. In fact, some local elders believe the island only reveals its secrets when it's ready. Maybe they're right. Easter Island is a puzzle, and every new discovery is a missing piece. A statue in a lake, an undeciphered script, a genetic thread across oceans, ancient knowledge of stars and seasons, and a people whose story is far richer than we once believed. It's not just about what we see, the towering Moai or windswept cliffs. It's about what we don't see, what's buried, what's forgotten, what's still waiting. Because what's hiding on mysterious Easter Island might not be hiding at all. It might be right beneath our feet. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient mysteries, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and let us know what secret of Easter Island fascinated you most. See you in the next one.